Okay, we'll move on now to something very interesting by movie gains. Some games gains.
We got movie games, we got sports games, we got games. Get ready for theater games and fashion games.
Oh yes, I actually went to a theater production recently, so I could talk about that.
Yeah, that's more you than me. I don't like musicals, so.
Yes, so Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we could discuss this one. I thought it'd be interesting, especially on a slow news week. And this is something I think we're both pretty excited for. We both played the first one. Pretty sure we both played the Miles Morales game.
I borrowed yours. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I completely forgot about that. But yeah, I think we both really enjoyed them. We felt like the Miles one was more of a DLC in terms of story.
Definitely.
But both, good, and the gameplay and the mechanics of it all worked really well. Obviously, the open world is just great. Apparently, for Spider-Man 2, the open world will be like twice as big, having I think it was the Bronx as well.
So it's outside of that Manhattan.
Yeah, it's not just Manhattan now; it's beyond that, Brooklyn and Bronx, something like that. But it's going to be huge. So the villains in it are Venom, Lizard, and Kraven the Hunter. Eddie Brock is not Venom in this, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out story-wise. It takes place about 10 months after, Miles Morales had his big fight with the Tinkerer and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Releases October 20th. I know you're excited, so I'm not going to ask that question. I know you are going to play this game, so it's not a question either. What do you think about these little story elements, considering it's following on mostly from the Spider-Man PS4, the Peter Parker one?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you've played the gameplay, eh? Or not played. Sorry, seen the gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. It's the way that they're going, based on that gameplay. I think it's going to be very interesting. They're bringing the characters from Miles Morales into this, and then obviously Peter. Peter looks a lot more darker. That's probably because he's wearing the Venom suit, and that's what the suit that's what the symbiote does to you. You know, fucks your head up.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm quite. No, I don't even need to address that. Of course, I'm excited for it. Eddie Brock not as being Venom is interesting, and it makes me think if they're going to go for like a shocking swerve, it's going to be like Harry Osborn or someone like that.
Yeah.
As Venom, which is cool if the shock works out when you're playing throughout the game. But I mean, you can't really have Venom without Eddie Brock, really.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it can work.
Yeah, I do like those villains. I assume that those are the main villains and not just all the villains.
Yeah, they're like your story villains. Similar to how Doc Ock was in the first one.
Oh yeah, that's cool. It's cool to see Kraven and the Hunter getting some spotlight, because I know that he's been rumored for a film, or in the films way before his actual film got announced, for decades, and he's barely been in any
been nothing,
been in nothing, and he's actually a really interesting villain. So the way that now that they bring him into this game is really, really cool, and I can't wait to fight him and hopefully play as him if they go in that direction.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the story's like. I feel it is going to go in the direction of obviously Peter mentoring Miles Morales.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he gets infected by this Venom suit, and then he starts snapping at Miles and starts to push him away, and Miles is just
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a big moment there where Peter does something so bad, and then everyone's just like, what the hell? And he gets through the suit or something, and
Spider-Man 3 right there.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I have faith in these guys doing a lot better than Spider-Man 3.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, I think my biggest, not concern really, but biggest shock surprise was Eddie Brock not being Venom for me. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some wild theories, like Mary Jane will be Venom, or Doc Ock will be Venom.
I've seen that as well.
Yeah. Which, I don't want them to repeat the same villain. I really love what they did with Doc Ock and how things played out in the last one. This might actually be a case where I go and play the
first one
again, just for the story, or I'll watch a recap online, something like that.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I had the time to play the entire gameplay again. But I think the Spider-Man story in the first one is one of the best Spider-Man stories, at least outside of a comic book page. It's right up there with No Way Home, Into and across the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 2, obviously. So, I definitely have faith that they'll be able to handle, the symbiote side of things a bit better. Where they go with Venom and what the human identity is there will be very interesting. Might play a critical part in the role. Could be Harry Osborn. I don't know. Kraven the Hunter, I'm really excited to see him as a player, or not a playable, but like a character, villain to fight and all that kind of stuff. Lizard is an obvious one.
Yeah,
I don't really care for it that much, but I think the battles that you can get with Peter Parker and Miles Morales fighting Venom are going to be super cool. Really dynamic kind of gameplay.
Yeah, we saw in that gameplay trailer as well. And if that's just a taste, then fuck, we're in for a wild ride.
And just the fact that you can play as like both of them kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of like that GTA 5 where you just switch to another character. I think that's cool. It's something that really excites me. But yeah, I have full faith that they're going to do the story justice here, and it's going to be a good time. Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend waiting for me to finish the game for this one for you to play it. Buy your own.
No, I would definitely be buying it because, you know how I like to platinum games and stuff. And I think Miles Morales, when it came out, I saw those reviews how it was more like a DLC. So I was like, I can wait for that.
It's because I bought the PS5 day one. I got it at the midnight launch. And I think you took like a few months to get yours. And so I already had it and finished it. So I was like, yeah. But no, it should be good.
Should.
Yeah.
Another one to platinum, hopefully.
Always good.